Ladies and gentlemen, this is Gaming video. We're going to be discussing Nvidia news galore. This is primarily going to be focused upon recent rumours concerning the Maxwell cards. That's right, even more rumours, although we will touch on some Shield stuff as well. But let's focus on the Maxwell rumours, because they've been, well, going crazy recently, to say the least. So there's these really bizarre rumours that Maxwell, or at least a pair of GM204 based cards, will appear some point in mid-August, which is far earlier than predicted. Now, we don't know if this is going to be an actual retail release, or if it's just going to be a paper launch. In other words, it's just going to be shown off to the press and so on and so on. So there's a couple of reasons to this. I'm going to go into the lesser ones, and then we'll go into like the more odder rumor, if you will. So the first one is that there's a couple of events that are possible. First one is SIG-Graph. So that's SIG Graph, GRAPH. That's coming up very soon. And then there's a Gamescom. So Gamescom is going to be taking place between the 13th and the 17th of August. Now, Nvidia will be present. They have got a booth. So this one's much more likely because SIG-Graph is generally speaking more software orientated, like programming techniques and stuff like that. It's generally shown there. A lot of developers show off their cool stuff, their ideas, what they're going to be doing, and so on and so forth. Now, moving on, here's an odd thing. Notebook Review forums have a newly registered user. Once again, it's not confirmed by like Nvidia, so this is rumors, but there is an image that's floating about that looks to be from a Maxwell device. The user actually says Gamescom, and the actual subject is RE, brace yourself, new Maxwell cards are incoming. And he's actually got 3D Mark scores, it's all validated and stuff. And he's actually using pretty much the same CPU as many of us, including myself, Intel 4770K. So he's actually got an overall graphics score of 6578 and an overall system score of 6110. Now, for reference, stock default 780 Ti, so GTX 780 Ti, is going to hit around the 5K range. So we're looking at potentially about 18% improvement in score. By the way, the 5K was system. So here we're looking at about, I'm sorry, not 18%. I'm going crazy. It's actually around the mid 20% range, but obviously your mileage may vary based heavily on the levels of clock speed and so on of the card. Once again, we're looking at the graphics score here. And there are a couple of other bits and pieces as well, because, for example, Nvidia's UK Facebook have just recently posted something along the lines of, we're super excited, T-minus 27 days, hashtag game on NV. And that one, as I said, is on the United Kingdom Facebook page. So something is definitely afoot in the land of Nvidia. Meanwhile, for the Quadro series, we've actually got some new entrants in the Quadro range. They've got the desktop, and despite the fact there's no actual GM204s, there are several Quadros actually added in. For example, one of the units is Nvidia _dev 103C equals Nvidia Quadro K5200. That's the GK110. They've also got some 107s and a 104 as well. So there's also a mobile version of this, which is Nvidia Dev 13B3 Nvidia Quadro K2200M. So interesting points there. Oh, by the way, K stands for Kepler, just to clarify. So I did mention that we're going to be discussing Shield 2 stuff, so the tablet has been formally announced, and this means you're going to be able to PC stream, so in other words PC desktop, as long as you've got an Nvidia card. You're going to have something later than a GTX 600, which is a little bit odd, but there you have it. cloud streaming as well. So that means you could first stream PC games from the cloud. Games can access Nvidia Grid Cloud Gaming Beta available. This is exclusive to Shield owners in Northern California, which is a bit of a shame, but still. You've also got in Twitch and Nvidia Shadow Play. So in other words, Twitch integration, console mode. This basically means that you can pretty much make the system act like a console. So you just plug it into your TV and then use your gamepad and laser. And they've also got a stylus as well. So if you do decide to pretty much use a tablet mode, then you can do so. So obviously it's going to be significantly more powerful than most tablets. Now, it's available in a 16 and 32 gigabyte, and with a micro SD, that means you can go up to 128 gigs. Once again, as we kind of predicted, $299 or $399. Controller, by the way, is $59, and the Shield tablet, the cover, is $39. So this is exactly what we expected. There's no difference here. That's why I'm kind of flying over it, because we covered this just the other day. There's not anything particularly new. What it's going to be doing is basically focused on low latency, as Nvidia state, and the other bits and pieces, with a very suspiciously looking Xbox 360 pad. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. I'll see you soon. Take care, and bye for now.